Hello and welcome to American in Yerevan. You are listening to 103.0 Radio Van on an evening program that is in English.
English?
English, that's right. English with Ina MK.
And Steven Oxner.
We're sitting here in our nice, bright, well-lit, cozy studio.
New.
Having a wonderful time. And today we have a theme. And really, every time we have an episode, we pick a theme and we talk about that theme from the perspective of an American living in Yerevan and from the perspective of an Armenian who lived in America. And today's theme is Who knows?
Nose.
And nose, like the nose.
Nose?
The thing on my face and the thing between my eyes. The thing that you have on your face as well. And this is something you can see, actually, if you go to our website, radiovan.fm, and look at us on our brand new shiny cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So check out our website and check. You can tell also your friends abroad that they can listen to us at any moment on radiovan.fm.
And also watch us online on www.radiovan.fm.
We also have an app and we have a Facebook page. So come, like us, listen to us. Today we're talking about who knows. And the first thing that, we have a question, actually. And this is a question to all of our listeners in Yerevan and abroad. You can call us at any moment at 560901 and answer the question, who knows why Armenians have such a big nose? We'll have many questions, many answers to that question, and we hope that you have some answers as well.
Please use your sense of humor, because this is really important.
Yes, this is a sense of humor show. This is our humor show. Every Wednesday we have the show of humor, and every Friday we have the show of tragedy. So, today is our day of humor. Right now we're going to listen to The Sun Goes Down by David Jordan. Don't go away. We're here till 11 on 103.0 Radio Van. Start off our humorous show this Wednesday evening talking about who knows.
Talking about the center of the face.
The
nose.
Face. Yes, just in case you didn't know, we're talking about the center of the face, the nose. I would like to ask you, are there any kind of Armenian idioms or sayings that we can translate into English, as we love to do, about the nose?
What do you think, Steven?
I think probably your answer is yes.
Yes, there are bunches of them, so I picked like a list of the most popular ones.
Yeah, okay, great.
So here we go. I'm going to read the Armenian version.
And then translate it?
Then translate the weird.
I'm just going to sit here and enjoy myself.
Okay, enjoy, Steve.
Okay.
This is a small Armenian idiom class, especially for Steven Oxner.
This is just for me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Here we go. Գնոջ լացը քթի ծայրին է, which means women's tears are on the edge of their nose.
Which means
it's so easy to make a woman cry because it's always there on the edge of the nose, ready to burst.
You know that tears come from the eyes, right?
Well, but then you have the runny nose along with it. Okay, we got the next one. Katit berel, which means to bring from one's nose. To bring from one's nose. Out of.
As they say, to bring from one's nose, which could mean something like
means to revenge, to make someone really to feel really sorry for what they did.
You know what you need to do?
I'm gonna bring from your nose.
You need to bring it from their nose.
I'm gonna do that. You're gonna feel sorry.
You are not gonna bring from my nose.
Steven, you're gonna regret. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna.
Okay. Next.
The next one. Kita vazume. Katit vazume, which you also have, which literally, if you translate it, it means like it runs from somebody's nose.
It runs from the nose. Oh, this is you're just talking about when someone has a cold.
Yeah.
It runs from the nose. How are you feeling? Well, I'm a little under the weather. It runs from the nose.
What runs?
You better go catch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the next one. Kita kasvi getnin, which is again another like I'm gonna make someone's nose touch the ground, like stick to the ground.
You know what I'm gonna make you do? I'm gonna make your nose touch the ground. And stick
exactly.
to it.
Make someone feel bad, punish someone.
Yeah. That one makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next one. Kita ver tsatsats. Means someone has his nose stuck high.
Oh yeah, we have that one too.
Yeah, self-centered, arrogant.
Oh yeah.
This is what that means. Next one, kit numaruta kachel, which means to hang your face and nose like
to hang your nose low. That means you're
means,
blue.
Yeah. To feel discouraged, desperate.
Sure.
So don't hang your nose.
Oh, we say keep. We don't say keep your nose up. We say keep your chin up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is I'm hanging my nose low today.
The nose and chin are neighbors.
Just in case you didn't know, the nose is in the center of the face and the chin is just below it. There's this little thing called the mouth that's between them.
Okay. The next one. Oh, this is something I hadn't heard before. Tsarika katin tsecha porin. Wow. This means flour on the nose, mud inside. In the stomach.
So this is a person who seems like they're very, very kind and they're very
fake nice.
They're very charming, and they know all the right things to say, but on the inside they just have a bunch of mud.
Not the way they really are.
Yes, okay. A two-faced person.
Oh,
maybe.
Exactly. That's the right one.
Or we could translate it as he's a two-nosed person.
Two-nosed person. Yeah, good one. You're making up new stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, don't help our listeners because they need to make up stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Just in case anyone is just tuning in to us, we have a question. Why in Armenia are there such noses?
Yeah, just like this one.
Check
this out.
Size?
For anyone who's watching us online on www.radiovan.fm, here you go. There's a hint.
And we would like to encourage everyone to, even if you listen to us quite often, you should check out our website because we have a new camera. And you can see us with clarity, HD clarity that has never before been in our studio.
Yeah, we're working on
and you can check out our noses.
And we're working on everything to be ahead of.
We're going to be ahead of everyone. I mean, we're ahead of we're ahead of China. We're ahead of India.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be ahead all the time.
The next one. Horkatits terats. This is a funny one. It means fallen down from his or her father's nose.
Oh, this is like the apple doesn't fall from the tree?
Yeah, kind of. Which means to look a lot like their dad.
Ah, yes. Oh,
wow.
Hey.
I was just going to remind our phone number, but we don't need that because we have a caller.
Let's see who it is. Hello. Oh, it's a prank caller. Prank callers are not welcome here. Wait, we did have this. Oh, here we go. Here we try again.
Wasn't.
I'm going to try again. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Who is speaking?
My name is Yerevan, and I'm calling you from UK.
Yerevan calling from Ukraine?
Oh my goodness. How cool.
Wow, amazing. Thank you for calling us. And how did you hear about this particular show on Radio Van? Yerevan? Hello, Yerevan? Yerevan, are you
still with us?
Yes, that's my son just interrupting me, sorry.
That's okay,
we all have children. They're the best kind of distraction that you can have in life.
Yes, it's a very challenging distraction, actually.
Yes, at times it is.
So what time is it in UK now?
It's 6:30.
It's I'm sorry. I think that Ina thinks that you're calling from the UK, and I, for some reason, think you're calling from Ukraine.
Oh.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Cornwall.
Cornwall. Wow, from the UK. Wow, amazing.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is great.
So, is this...
Your nose very clearly.
For no reason. Just a call. Well, do you know the answer to this question? Why do we have such large noses in Armenia?
That's a very nice question. I think it's probably because our geographical location, I think.
Ooh, good job.
This is a very logical answer. Yes, because I think Ina has something to even say about your answer. That this is scientifically
scientifically
proven as a theory.
The reason for the big noses is, of course, conditions of nature and climate. At an altitude of 3,000 meters above the sea level, the respiratory function of people with big noses is more developed. For this reason, scientists have linked this nose characteristics of Caucasian people with the terrain and the climate conditions where they live. So this is a really, really scientifically correct answer that we're getting tonight from our dear caller from the UK.
Amazing.
This is amazing.
And do you have a song that you would like to listen to this evening?
Oh yes, that would be nice. Thank you very much for offering.
Absolutely.
Yeah, any song would do. But, my little boy loves Pharrell Williams' Happy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is an easy
we have that for sure.
order to fill. And I'm very happy to say that I love this song. I have the same tastes as your son. So here it is. And you have someone, maybe we can dedicate it to your son. What is your son's name?
My son's name is Mika.
Mika. Great.
Cool.
Well, thank you. Yes?
I'm Mika.
This is Mika. We're speaking with Mika.
Hello.
Mika. Well, here comes your song. Thank you again so much for calling this evening.
Can we ask you, where from did you hear about our show?
Yes. This is important.
This is for our statistics.
I'm from Yerevan. I was born and raised in Yerevan, and I used to listen to Radio Van very often. And so Radio Van was part of my life really before I got married and moved to the UK.
Oh, this is so cool.
Wow. So it's a bit of a homecoming. Welcome home, Yerevan.
It's very nice to see you.
Thank you. We hope that you love our show, that you'll keep listening to us every Wednesday and Friday from 9 to 11 p.m. And we also have a website and a page which you could follow and listen to our previous episodes.
Yeah, so tell your friends in the UK that if they want to find some things out about Yerevan and about Armenia, we speak English here.
And you can always write and suggest themes that you would like to listen to.
Could I dedicate this song to a particular person?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I would like to dedicate this song to my cousin, my nephew, sorry.
Yes.
He is 4.5 years old, and he lives with his mom.
Uh-huh.
Because my father divorced. And my dad today had a visit with him.
Excuse me? Can you say it again? Your
dad today had a visit with him today?
My dad, yes.
Yes.
We have a visiting schedule with that boy, with my nephew.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very excited to know that my dad is going to meet him, because I have never seen him since they were born. They divorced, my brother divorced his mom very quickly. And, well, it didn't work out well, let's say so. But we do miss that, I do miss my nephew, and I always think about him, and I always remember him in my prayers. So I would like to dedicate that song to him.
Okay, what is his name again?
His name is Vladimir.
Okay, we did.
So this song by Pharrell Williams, Happy, is dedicated to Vladimir. Thank you so much for calling, and stick with us. We're here till 11. Have an excellent evening,
and
Yvonne,
hello
and thank you for the
from
call.
Our stuff, Radio Van, waves at you right now.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So, Ina, we were talking to Yerevan, and we had kind of a tricky connection with her. It seemed like she was speaking at a normal volume, but we had a hard time hearing her voice, and I thought she was calling from Ukraine. I think that maybe that was, I don't know if you can call it a Freudian slip, but I have Ukraine on my mind already today because you told me something that I find quite interesting.
Yeah.
That in Lvov, Ukraine, there is a monument to the
Armenian nose.
Yes. And this is maybe a good way for us to speak about justification for why we have this question. Who knows why the Armenian nose is so large? We can joke about these things, especially things in our life that we are very proud of, you know. And we can have irony towards ourselves when we have a certain kind of pride about something. And I would like to ask you, why is there a monument to a nose? And why is there a certain kind of pride that goes along with the Armenian nose? Or maybe you have a story to tell me about how people are in a way proud
Armenians, you're right. Armenians are very proud of their nose. They even call it an eagle nose.
Eagle nose.
Yeah, it symbolizes national pride and power.
Yes,
you know, because of our great sense of humor. Armenians made a brand out of their nose.
Yes.
Well, since you also talked about Ukraine and the statue to Armenian nose there, I have something to add to this information.
To the information about, yes.
Have you heard about Meher Makarchan?
Yes, of course.
He's
the amazing actor from
the
Soviet Union.
Soviet Union actor, originally from Armenia, who has also a joke about his own nose. You know,
he has a joke about his own nose
because he has a really big nose.
Yeah, he has a great nose.
Yeah,
really, like you could even say it's a schnoz.
Yeah,
I think that's maybe a Yiddish word. It's a schnoz when it's really like a personality trait. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So what about his schnoz?
You know what he says?
What did he say?
He says, "Since childhood, I have not been worried so much about why I have such a big nose, but why other people have such a small ones."
That's a good
those
quote.
Are his words.
Okay.
And besides that, a famous Georgian actor, Vakhtang Kikabidze, in the memory of his friend Frunzik Makarchan. Well, Frunzik is his like a stage name. Meher Makarchan's stage name, Frunzik. Has a wooden nose carving in the form of Frunzik's nose hanging on his wall.
No.
Yeah.
No. So when he invites people over for dinner, he gives them the small tour of the house. He says, "This is a great painting that I purchased when I was on my trip in Vienna. Here is some of the china that my mother, the matryoshka from Russia, or some of the fine china that my parents collected during their lives and then handed down to me. And here is
my
Makarchan's nose. This is a perfect sculpture in the form of his nose." Really, just hanging on his wall there.
Yeah.
Was it a gift?
It's a gift, yeah. And
I can't imagine what that conversation was like. "You have been such a true friend to me. We've done so much together. I would like you to have my nose."
I want your nose to stay in my heart forever. Please give it to
me.
me.
Your nose to stay in my heart
forever.
This sounds like an Armenian idiom, actually.
Well, since we have like a Simon for our listeners today.
Yes,
to
can
joke
we
about
give them a little
Armenian
bit of a hint, or can I just tell one of the answers?
Yeah, of course. Go
to
ahead.
The question of why
Armenians have big nose. Who knows
why the nose in Armenia is so large? Here's an answer. Because when everyone was getting their nose, God was, going through the lines of different nationalities, and the Armenians came up to God and they said, "What is it for free? Can we get the nose for free?" And God said, "Yes, you can have it for free." And then they said, "Well, give us the biggest one possible then."
I have another one. I have another.
Okay,
Can I tell another one?
Yeah, of course.
They say that if you cut off Armenians' nose, they will fall on their back.
Oh.
Because that helps them keep the balance.
Stick with us. We're talking about who knows why the Armenian nose is so large today on
Waiting for your
very
jokes.
strange, humorous show on American in Yerevan, 103.0 Radio Van.
Looks like we made.
Our music is quite calm this evening. Have you noticed? We're having such a fun time laughing about the irony of something that I kind of feel, I didn't expect this really today, but I am feeling a bit maybe guilty about having this conversation because,
Why is that?
well, I have kind of a big nose myself.
Yeah, you
But it's
don't
not
have an
quite-
American nose.
It's not quite it's more like a Jewish nose, I would say even. Some people think I'm Jewish. Well, some people think I'm Armenian too, like people will just come up to me and talk to me
You
on the
have
street.
this little hump.
Yeah, and I have a little
Yes.
bit of a hump.
Yeah.
But I don't have quite the same nose as you do, for example, and I feel a little bit maybe guilty. Oh, hey, we have a caller.
We have
Here's
an
another
active
caller.
night.
This is a great active night. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Who are we speaking with?
It's me again.
Oh, it's me again. Wait, who could it be if it's me again?
I think
me
this is our youngest
Oh, this is
fan.
our youngest fan and youngest caller, Samvel.
Yes.
Yes.
Samvel.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
The prodigy child of English language.
Yes.
How are you this evening? How was your weekend? Easter was this weekend.
Easter this weekend was very fine.
Did you win the
egg
fight?
Yes.
You won the
Yes.
egg fight. So your secret worked.
My secret plan was not an egg.
Oh, you
Not
used a rock.
Yeah, not a real egg.
Oh.
It was the toe egg.
Oh, so your secret plan is actually not a plan, but just
Yes.
cheating.
A little cheater.
You're just a little cheater, Samvel. Yes.
Yes.
He's very proud of it.
He's honest, Steven.
Have you been listening to the show this evening, Samvel?
Yes.
You have. So you know what our question is. Our question is, who knows why the nose is so big in Armenia? Do you have an answer for us? Do you have an answer for the question, who knows why the nose is so big in Armenia?
Yes, exactly.
Why do you think Armenians have such a big nose, Samvel?
No. Because
Because? Because? Maybe it should look like our mountains. Oh no! This is
No
why we had
more
the
money.
silence
Oh,
here.
That's what was going on. Oh, that happened to me earlier today. I think because I was sending some text messages to my mother who lives in America, and I don't really understand how this all works, the technology. Like, I don't really comprehend how we can have a live video streaming on our website right now. And I also don't understand how much money it costs to send some words to my mom from my phone instead of just on an email. And I lost a ton of money on my...
Oh no!
Shoot,
Don't do
man.
that again. Oh, we have the
I
call
guess-
again. We
yeah,
have it.
Yeah, hello.
Samvel.
sorry.
You called back. Thank goodness.
Yes.
So, do you have an answer for us? Why is the nose so big?
Yes. Those are very big.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
Is it the climate?
Just take a guess.
Is it something that God said?
Because we're teaching very well and homework are very much.
Can you say it again?
I think homework in the school are very much.
Oh, the nose is so big because there's so much homework at school.
Oh, you keep your head down like that.
That's exactly it. Yeah, because it's heavy, and your head kind of tilts down to your desk.
Well,
And
yeah, like
when you
that.
haven't done your homework,
Not
you're
that-
able to just look down and not face the teacher. because there's so much. How could anyone
This is
have
the
enough
most
time?
unique answer that
This is a
I
great
could ever
answer.
expect
Just an
for.
excellent answer. I have well, since you answered so well, Samvel, I'd like to ask you what song you'd like to listen to today. Do you have a song that you would like to request?
I'd like to listen I think to listen to Jamiroquai again, but Talala this time.
Okay.
Okay, we'll listen
Okay.
to Jamiroquai again.
Before you hang up, I have a joke for you, Samvel, in Russian.
Here we go. Here comes the joke. This one
Are
I
you
love.
ready?
Yes.
There is a joke about Armenian theater having the redhead.
The red,
The red,
Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood. They staged the
Красная
play.
шапочка.
Little Red Riding Hood. Yes.
So there is the play in the theater Красная шапочка.
Uh-huh.
And here we go. Слушай, бабушка, зачем у тебя такой большой глаза? And the answer is, это чтобы тебя лучше видеть. Слушай, а зачем у тебя такой большой уши? Чтобы тебя лучше слушать. Слушай, а зачем у тебя такой большой нос? And the answer is, а давай ты лучше на себя посмотри. Okay.
Very good joke.
A very successful joke.
Okay, sorry, our English-speaking listeners and
It's
well,
not translatable.
Yeah,
we tried to
cannot.
translate it earlier today.
Yeah.
I tried all kinds of accents. I tried a hillbilly accent. I tried an Armenian accent. It doesn't work the same. Vayara doesn't.
Vayara.
Лучше на себя посмотри.
So this will be a joke dedicated to our youngest listener, Samvel.
Samvel.
Samvel John, thanks for calling, and your English is better and better each time you call. So keep practicing, keep listening to our show and calling us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're always glad.
I've got the turn of English. It's English.
Yes, it's progressing and getting better all the time, and you should speak it as much as possible.
And we're glad to help you here.
It's the English lesson. I speak only as the English.
Nice.
Good,
Oh,
nice.
I would love to
Good
teach
job.
you. Amazing. Okay, well, keep listening. We're still here till 11. Another 40 minutes here on Radio Van, American in Yerevan. Take care, Samvel.
Bye-bye. Have a nice
And
evening.
stick around. Jamiroquai is coming up.
Радио Ван. Реклама на Радио Ван. Нас слушают гордые.
American in Yerevan. Any of our seasoned listeners who have been with us since the beginning, since the genesis of American in Yerevan, may have noticed that today we have quite a different program.
Yeah.
We have this new sponsor, an official sponsor of our show, who took us on board. And I have to say that I'm so
on board of the
excited
17th
that we,
floor.
Yeah, it's so cool to have a sponsor, first of all, but it's way, way, way cooler that the sponsor is the one that we have, Mosaic Sky Restaurant in the Elite Plaza on the 17th floor.
Of 15 Khorenati Street.
Amazing. It's such a great place, and I just have to say that from the first moment that you walk in, as you come out of the elevator, this first image that you get of this wall that's glowing with their logo, and then on both sides, all of this amazing tile work and great furniture, it's only the beginning, because then you sit down and you start tasting all of these different amazing concoctions of different like appetizers, then main courses, then desserts and cocktails and wines, and it's all
On the 17th floor.
on the
It's like
17th
on a
floor.
piece of a cloud.
yeah,
Right?
it's like dining in the clouds. Yeah, maybe we should have said that. That should have been our catchphrase, man.
Next time,
Gosh,
dining in the
gosh.
clouds.
Dining in the clouds.
I
on
love that.
Mosaic Sky Restaurant. Dining
There
in
is
the
a
clouds.
first time for everything.
There is a first time for everything, and if you haven't tried, if really, what is most impressive to me so far is a cocktail that is a dessert
But you can
and
eat.
alcoholic, and you eat it. So you're not gonna go and you're not gonna drink just a dessert cocktail, but you're gonna eat a dessert cocktail, and it's
Steven, while we're on air,
Yes.
while we're on air. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you cannot run away from this question at the moment.
What?
When are we going to Mosaic to eat some dessert cocktail?
When are we going?
Yeah, because we keep planning.
We have this show for another 26 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and then maybe after that we can run on over there and try some of these things.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So you can find us there.
Yeah, in case
Because
you need an autograph
it's
or
a-
something from the actor.
One of the things that I love about living in a city is uncovering all of your favorite places to go, and definitely I feel like Mosaic Sky Restaurant is a new favorite place for me, not only because it's so delicious, but because it's like an elite thing. They have such elite tastes, and it's such a work of art, everything that you experience there. But it's
they
not.
definitely
It's
have
not
a creative stuff.
and it's not at the same level of price that I'm used to when you go to this kind of a place in Yerevan or in
Yeah.
any big city, for example. You can go to these places where it's really like a work of art, what they do, all of the chefs and all of the barmen and the owners, and usually you pay ridiculous prices for that art. But here, it's quite humane.
Hey, I have another slogan.
Oh, yes.
An affordable piece of art.
Mosaic
Mosaic Sky
An
Restaurant.
affordable piece of art where really we have it in our advertisement, but the experience is the main thing that you get to purchase while you're there. It's not just a restaurant, and it's not just on the 17th floor of the Elite Plaza at 15 Coronetsi. So rush there before the lines get huge and you have to make reservations 2 months in advance. It's a fairly new place. They're going to open up the 18th floor when it starts to get a little warmer, and there are even better and more amazing surprises where you can dine basically what it feels like on the roof. It feels like you're on the roof just dining and having a great time.
Yep.
But
So
let's return to our
discover
rams.
the rest, yeah, when you get there. Yeah.
We're talking about who knows why the Armenian nose is so big today, and I would like to take a little bit of a turn away from Armenia and talk about some literature, because the nose is not just in Armenia, and it's not just in these jokes.
And it's not just the center of our face,
and it's
but
not
the
just
center of attention of some writers.
To include Nikolai Gogol, who wrote a short story called The Nose.
The nose.
Which begins with a
I
man.
remember.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like one of
reading
these
that
things
at
you read in
school.
school
Yeah.
that you have to read and then answer all of the answers. You have to answer all the questions on the test, and then you kind of forget about it.
Yeah,
But,
that's
I
true.
reread it recently, and it's funny because it starts out with this story about a guy whose wife makes him a loaf of bread, and he opens up. He starts cutting up the loaf of bread, and he finds a nose on the inside. Can you imagine? There's like this tradition in France where you have the cake, and if you find a piece of jewelry in the cake, you're the king for the day. Here, this guy is just cutting up.
cookie.
he's just cutting up a piece of his loaf of bread, and all of a sudden there's a nose, and he doesn't know what to do. So he wraps it in a cloth. He runs out to the river Niva, and he's about to throw it off the bridge when a police catches him, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing with that nose and a piece of cloth?" And he tries to bribe him, and it doesn't work. And then the main part of the story is about another guy who's in the military, and he wakes up one morning and he doesn't have a nose. So it's like a fantasy nightmare. He goes out in the street, and then not only does he have no nose, but he sees his own nose dressed up as a high official.
I wonder what
flaunting
was
as a human
smoking.
being, walking
Gogol.
around St. Petersburg. He chases him into the Kazan Cathedral, and well, I'll let you read from there. But this is the beginning, setting the stage for quite an interesting read. Nikolai Gogol, The Nose. But we also have in America Pinocchio. Pinocchio, who lies, and his nose grows. His nose grows every time he says something untrue.
And you know, Stephen, we have Buratino here.
Buratino,
in
which is like
Soviet time, most favorite movie and the book, which Buratino is the main character of the book, The Golden Key or The Adventures of Buratino. It's the same. It's like taken from Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But it's kind of different. The story is kind of different. But the main
Yeah, it's
story
not
is
like
the same.
when you
You
wish
wish
upon a star. It's more like, give me that golden key.
Yeah.
I want to play in this theater. I want to be a slave to this theater. It's Buratina. He's kind of like a puppet of my own heart.
Yeah, he protects the magic little door that is in his dad's house, Papa Carlo.
Yeah. And what was that bad guy's name?
Story, yeah.
The guy
Carabas Barabas. Yeah. Yeah. He has he
Barabas.
owns the theater and
Yeah.
all the puppets in it, which
Yeah.
are also alive.
Yeah.
And he's a really bad guy. He tries to injure
Yeah.
Buratino.
Uh-huh.
So he just gives him the key and tells him the place where the door is, the little
The door,
secret
yeah,
door.
where he needs the key.
So the entire story is about the bad guys chasing Buratino, and Buratino getting into all these kinds of stories, adventures, and making friends, of course. And then at the end, the good wins.
Well,
Yeah.
this is how it goes with stories.
But you know what? Pinocchio wishes upon a star to become a guy, a
real
boy,
boy.
a real boy.
Yeah.
And, I guess Buratino doesn't need that.
He's not that interested in being a real boy.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need a heart that beats and blood that pumps through his veins. He just wants to have the key.
Yeah,
He wants to be a person, a puppet of the theater, have the magic door.
The secret door.
Everything will be okay.
He even doesn't let his dad to finish cutting off his nose because it was too long, and he resists and goes like, "Oh, don't touch my nose," because then when he makes him out of wood,
Yeah.
he becomes alive,
Yes.
and he says, "Oh, no, don't touch my
Don't
nose.
touch my nose.
I like
This
it.
is like the American or the
I like
English
an
phrase.
Armenian nose."
He could say,
Don't touch it.
Papa Carlo, don't cut off my nose to spite my face. Which isn't really the phrase. In English, it's don't cut off your nose to spite your face, which means don't react rashly and do something to harm another person, which will eventually harm yourself. Quite a wise phrase
Yes.
that I really, still to this day, don't quite understand how you're going to cut off your nose to spite your face. Oh, yes, because you are mad at your face and you want to take your nose away, but then you find out that your nose is actually a high-ranking official running around St. Petersburg, and you have to chase it down and convince it to come back to your face.
This is too confusing.
Well-
Steven, I just remembered another Armenian, two more Armenian sayings,
Mm-hmm.
which is katimaz,
Katimaz.
which means a hair in a nose.
Oh, you're such a hair in the nose.
You're such a hair in a nose.
Oh, really? You
Steven.
could say it that way?
Yeah,
Stop being such a hair in the nose.
which means you're too picky, too demanding,
Oh, like
hard
a
to please.
perfectionist.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Or hard to please. Yeah, you're fickle. Man, you're such a hair in the nose. Okay, and the other one?
Another one, katitsak. He has a katitsakon. He has a nostril, which means.
Okay.
Yeah, which means like he gets things really quickly. He understands how to react in certain situations in a right way.
Oh, he has like a nice intuition.
He gets it.
He gets it.
He
He
gets
gets it. He
Yeah.
has a nostril.
Yeah, he has a nostril.
Stick around. We're here for another 18 minutes on American in Yerevan with our official sponsor, Mosaic Sky Bar,
Yeah, and
Sky
go
Restaurant.
go ahead and call 560-901.
To answer the question, who knows why the American... there. Oh, man.
The
Yeah.
Armenian.
Who knows why the Armenian nose is so big?
Just as long as you say that you want to.
We have had quite a humorous and really groundbreaking show today, because we not only spoke about something that I'm surprised that I'm so uncomfortable about it. we
Why?
talked about because it's kind of
Do you
like
want to talk about it?
irony about something that I don't have, so if you had like a red shirt, and I thought red was a really ironic color, but I've never worn a red shirt in my life, and I talked about how ironic it is that you're wearing a red shirt, it's just kind of weird, but I have one more joke.
So have I.
And it's kind of a boy's joke, so I'm sorry if anyone gets offended by the grossness of this joke.
No.
But
No, you're not gonna
another
do
answer
it.
for why for who knows why the Armenian nose is so big is that otherwise the Armenian people would have died of starvation.
Steven! There's no way you just did it.
I did it. I'm a boy.
Okay, let's
we have
let's
a particular
just
kind of humor.
Let's move on with another joke. So we
Another joke.
quickly
forget that happened.
Previous one. Okay, if you notice a shark just swimming by in an ocean or in a sea or whatever, just double check whether
because
it might be an Armenian swimming on his back.
So if you see a shark fin swimming out there in the water, don't be afraid. It might just be an Armenian
swimming on his back,
doing the back paddle. We've had an amazing time. We got to talk to some Vel. We also, groundbreaking, we had an international call today.
Yeah, from the United Kingdom.
Okay, we had Yerevan call. Stick with us. We'll be here on Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on American in Yerevan.
And thanks again to our sponsor.
Our official sponsor.
Mosaic Sky Restaurant.
Listen to it one more time. Let's listen to it one more time.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Thank you. Have a great night. We are signing off. This is American in Yerevan with Ina MK.
And Steven Oxnard.
Radio One.
Official show sponsor of
American in Yerevan.
Hey, Ina, have you ever had a dessert cocktail that you ate with a spoon?
No.
Have you ever tried duck breast with picante mashed potatoes, grilled vegetables, and cherry sauce?
No, Steven.
What about sipping wines from across the globe on the 17th floor with a view of both Aragats and Ararat?
No, what is this all about?
We need to go to Mosaic. Mosaic Sky Restaurant, a fusion of views, world cuisine, innovative cocktails, wine pairing, and most importantly, a unique experience.
Mosaic Sky Restaurant on the 17th floor of Elite Plaza at 15 Khorenatsi.
Mosaic Sky Restaurant.
There's a first time for everything.
Radio One.